Good morning, guys. Thanks for joining me for another What I Eat in a Day as a vegan on Slimming World. Today is Monday, Easter Monday, and I am just having a coffee with 100 mils of Alpro Almond Barista, and just let's call it breakfast. I'm just having some strawberries. Here we go. There's my strawberries. Not terribly exciting, not having them with anything, just some strawberries. Hey guys, so I'm just making the other half of my breakfast. Obviously I've already had some strawberries, which is speed, but I'm going to be having a little bit more. But what we're going to have today is a bacon roll, well, like a vegan bacon roll, obviously. And what I've decided to do, since I had both in the fridge, was actually try both of these bacons that I bought the other day. So they work out at the same syns, i.e. half a syn per rasher each. So in the app, this isn't streaky bacon comes out at 1 syn for 2 rashers, so it's obviously half a syn a rasher, and then the Richmond is in the app at half a syn a rasher. Anyway, so what I've done is put 2 of each rasher, so a total of 2 syns, just in my non-stick frying pan, and I think they're ready to be flipped actually. And I'm going to have these in a roll with just some tomatoes, and yeah, just see which one I prefer, I guess. Okay, I've split my roll into 2. This is a wholemeal roll for my healthy extra B choice, and then these tomatoes are the Sainsbury's. I've taken the packet off, so I can't remember. I think they're not Sunstream, it's something like that, but they're, you know, they're large cherry tomatoes on the vine. And so I'm going to have like each half of the roll with the different kind of bacon and see which one's nicer. Just, I mean, based on appearance and everything, I think probably the Richmond one's going to be the winner, just because you seem to get more for your half a syn per rasher. Yeah, and it looks and smells like traditional vegetarian bacon, which, somewhat controversially, I really like. A lot of people don't because it's nothing like real bacon. But for me, you know, I always really liked it in my teenage years, like when I used to get the corn one when I was veggie. And I just remember it being like this one, the Richmond one, so yeah. This isn't bacon, just looks like they've kind of added loads of fat to it to try and make it like real bacon, but the problem was it did kind of come apart a bit, so I was trying to like piece it back together, but it didn't really work, and now it's all stuck together. Whether that's just because I haven't used any oil or anything, I've just used my super non-stick pan, maybe that's why. But yeah, so let's see what we think. I mean, you definitely get more like volume with the Richmond one. I kind of had to squish them down a bit to try and get them to stay on. But yeah, so here's my bacon and tomato roll. Hey guys, just making myself a somewhat late lunch. Honestly, I was lacking inspiration, so I've gone with my signature quick and easy food. So we've got some tofu just cooking in a, smoked tofu as always, cooking in a non-stick pan at the back there, nothing added to it, so that's protein. And then in my big pan I've got tender stem broccoli and loads of garlic, and that's being sauteed with 1 teaspoon of chili olive oil, which is 2 syns, and also a splash of smoked soy sauce, and then a few splashes of reduced salt dark soy sauce. So that's essentially soy garlic tender stem. Yummy, yummy. And then I've also got a pouch of whole grain rice that I've just cooked, just one of those microwave pouches. That's 2 syns as well. So this lunch, which is fairly basic but has your 3 main components, is 4 syns in total. And there's the finished product. So it doesn't look tremendously, you know, it's not loads of variety like I normally have, but it is a load of veg and then protein and healthy starch or carb, whichever you prefer to say. And then I just poured there was like a bit of soy sauce and garlic left in the pan, so I just poured that over the top and a little bit on the tofu as well. And I've put some Slap Your Mama on as well. But like I said, 2 syns for the chili olive oil. There's the spoon where I measured it, and 2 syns for the pouch of whole grain rice. Guys, I'm eating this Alpro cherry yogurt. The whole thing is 6 syns. Hi, I'm making dinner. My idea with this is that I'm making it for me tonight and for me and Mum tomorrow when she comes for normal Tuesday tea. Having a bank holiday really throws me off. And maybe there'll be one more portion left over after that. So basically I'm making, in my head it's a barbecue bean bake. In reality, it's not really barbecue, it's just like smoky chili type thing. Let me show you. Honestly, I'm just kind of winging this, but basically this is just the pan I used earlier, and it's got a large white onion, tons of garlic, obviously, 3 red peppers and a courgette, so lots of vegetables. And then I'm going to add in some chopped tomatoes, baked beans and cannellini beans and spices, of which I haven't decided what yet. Right, I've added my spices. Basically, I've put in all the rest of what I had of this Louisiana Cajun seasoning, which is my favourite Cajun seasoning, but it's just empty now because I've eaten it all. So that's really sad, and there wasn't enough for it to flavour the lot. I added in literally like a third of this jar of smoked paprika and also a good old chunk of hot chili powder. So I'm hoping it's going to be a bit spicy, quite smoky, you know, just tasting good. I was going to use, hang on, let me just stir that. I was going to use this one, which is OXO Deep Cajun, but this one is 1 syn a teaspoon because it's got sugar in it, and I wanted to keep this particular meal completely sin-free, which is why I haven't used it in this example. So now I'm going to add some liquid before it starts sticking too much. Okay, so I've added things. I'll just try and mix this in a bit. So I've added a tin of baked beans, a tin of chopped tomatoes and 2 tins of drained cannellini beans. Like I said, this is a bean bake. The idea being that it'll be served with a vegetable on the side as well. And if you'll just bear with me one moment, I'm going to top it with this diced potato and bake it. Are you impressed? I thought that was quite a clever idea. And then also, then I might do cheese on top of the potato, but I haven't quite decided that yet. I could always do it on a portion by portion basis, but I would want it to go in the oven really, you know, so don't know yet, but it's definitely an option, you know, for healthy extra A choices. So that's that. I'm not sure on the flavouring of this. I'm just going to let it cook for like 2 minutes and then try it, because obviously I want to get the flavour out before it goes in the oven. It doesn't really need to cook anymore before it goes in. It's just the flavourings. The last thing I want is for it to not taste like anything. I'm sure it will, because I used loads of like smoked paprika in there, but like it might need salt because I haven't got a stock cube. The only salt has come from the Cajun seasoning so far, and so it might not be enough, so I'll have to test that now. But yeah, I like adding a tin of baked beans in when you do stuff like this, because it just gives the sauce like just an extra like bit of depth. You know, you still need your tin tomatoes, but yeah, you just get extra depth, thickness. Oh, that's better. Right, I added in about a teaspoon and a half of Slap Your Mama, and also some vegan bouillon powder by Marigold, and it's now probably a little bit too salty if I'm honest, but also I didn't really mix it very well before I did my sample spoonful, so I'll just make sure I mix it well, and then we're going to get it in the oven. Well, I estimated that amount quite well, didn't I? Nice thick layer in my big casserole dish. Okay, potatoes are situated on top. Again, I've managed to do like the perfect amount. This was 4 kind of like fist size potatoes. Actually, maybe they're a bit smaller. I mean, I've got quite big fists, so you know, maybe it's a small fist size or a medium, but either way, this was 4 potatoes. I've left the skins on because 99 times out of 100 I always do, and I am just going to spray some fry light on just because I want them to cook nicely and not kind of burn on top, you know. And as much as I hate to admit it, it does help if you have some of this on. So there we go. I'm not putting any salt or anything on because, like I said, the filling turned out to be a little salty, certainly from the bit I tried. We can always add salt after, you know, if I got it that wrong, but I don't think I did. So I'm going to bake this now for like 40 minutes, and that should definitely get the potatoes mostly done. And then I think I probably will top with cheese because that will kind of bring it all together. And then I'll serve up my portion for dinner tonight, and then I'll like reheat the whole thing in the oven tomorrow for me and Mum. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to say that my tip with fry light is just to like wipe it off the sides if you got any on the sides, which you can't really help because it just happens, but like there. If it's on your tray or dish and it goes in the oven, it tends to like stick. So like this little brown bit on here is actually from last time I used fry light in this dish, and it, you know, it would sort of come off, I guess, if I really had a tough scrubber, which I don't, but also didn't want to ruin my dish. But it's it just kind of goes brown and sort of sticks to things. So just wipe around the side with a bit of kitchen roll, just to get rid of any excess, just to minimise that. Small chance I forgot about the thing being in the oven and slightly overcooked it. This is a quarter of it for my portion here for tea. Oh, I'm kind of sad. A little bit well done on the old potatoes there, but that's fine. At least they're cooked, right? Yeah, so I'll just have this one, and I've got it left for tomorrow for me and Mum. Hey guys, end of the day now. I haven't done the kitchen yet. I just want to go to bed, but I'm going to do it because otherwise it'll annoy me in the morning. I'll just take you through my diary really quickly. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I had 2 of my Easter egg chocolates. So it was 1 portion. I've decided in my diary I'm just going to write 1 portion Easter egg each time I have something from it, because we know what the portions are. But yeah, I had, what did I have? I had the salted caramel one, which was nice. Definitely not my favourite. I don't know why, like salted caramel things are just, they're not for me, not so much for me. Like they're fine, they're nice, but there are flavours I'd rather have. And then the other thing was one of those peanut butter jelly ones because I couldn't resist, and that was delicious. Highly recommend those. Let me just show you my diary for the day and then we'll wrap it up. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm not that pleased with today because it didn't really, I don't know, it just didn't look like how I thought it was going to look. The day's gone really fast. I've done a lot, but not a lot. I just feel a bit weird today. So, yeah, in my little thing in my diary, I said a bit meh, because that's how I feel. Anyway, I mean, you guys know what I've eaten. Syns-wise, I mean, we've had a decent amount of speed. Not as much as I wanted, and I didn't do anything to go with my tea in the end because I ended up, I fell asleep for like an hour and then woke up and it was quite late, and that was when you saw me having my tea and the thing I'd forgotten about in the oven. So it was all very stressful, but that's fine. And then, yeah, so I just had obviously 2 syns this morning for my coffees as usual, 2 syns for the vegan rashers, 2 syns for the teaspoon of oil at lunchtime, 2 syns for the pouch of whole grain rice at lunchtime, 6 syns for that big yogurt today, and then 7 syns for my portion of my Easter egg, which was 2 chocolates today. Yeah, so 21 syns in total. Decent, was hoping for lower. I think I must have had a bit of a sweet tooth going on today. Looking at the fact that I had that whole big yogurt and then chocolate. I don't know whether to count the chocolate or not, as in like towards my sweet tooth, because I wouldn't have had chocolate if it wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, a bit higher syns than I wanted, but on the other hand, not too bad really. And filled out my food diary all just now, but again, because I film it, I know what I've had. And I couldn't really find anything to feel proud of today. It would be a lie to say like, oh, I'm really proud of being on plan or something, because I don't feel proud of it. So it's a lie to say that you're proud of it. Do you know what I mean? This isn't things you should be proud of, it's things you are proud of. So I couldn't really find something today. I don't really feel like I'm in that kind of proud mood. I just feel a bit off colour. not like ill, just not very positive maybe. I don't know. Bit of a funny one today. I'm in a funny old mood. But anyway, the point is, here is my diaries. Well, normal diary and then SAS log for Slimming World. Only got a couple of days of this left, so there we go. It's weird because today's Monday, and of course it's a bank holiday, so it feels like Sunday. So it's only tomorrow and then the next day is weigh-in. That's come around very quickly this week. Yeah, let's see how we go. I don't really know what to say. I'm in a really funny mood. I'm just going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Bye.